everyone, welcome to Beauty First in 10. If you're new here, hi, my name is Debbie. I'm excited to have you on my channel. And today we are going through some of the hottest makeup that's been released. So I got a Sephora box. I also got some stuff in store, and I got this from Kosas in PR. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at everything that I got. This is a lot of the new releases. Gosh, they have just been releasing stuff on the drugstore and also on the high-end side. Just every week there's a new product that's coming out that I must have. So we're gonna go through this and then we're gonna try them on. So we'll kind of see how everything does on the face. And let's go ahead and dive in. So let me find my box cutter here. Let's see what we've got first. Okay, so I did get a bunch of free samples because I had a bunch of 100-point rewards that I could cash in. I got a bunch of those. So the first things I got, so this was new. It's Tower 28's Deep Barrier Repair Serum. So I want to try that out. I have the Tower 28 spray-on serum, and I really like that. And then this is Caudaly's Premier Crew Eye Cream. I've been wanting to try that. It's one of the few items in the Caudaly range that doesn't have any irritants or harmful things in it. I also got a Laneige Water Bank sample. I also got, this is brand new too. This is by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Exaggerize mascara. I've heard a lot of good things. It's not a tubing mascara, which doesn't usually work out really well for me and my long lashes, but I'm gonna try this one out too. And then I got Dr. Dennis Gross Overnight Wrinkle Treatment. If you know, you know. And then let's see, these were some of the 100-point rewards. So this is Clean Reserve, which I've never tried before. And this is their Whipped Cherry perfume. So we'll see how that is. I imagine it smells like cherries. And then this is also new. It's by Rare Beauty, and this is their Find Comfort Gentle Exfoliating Body Wash. So we'll try that one out as well. And then this one I was really excited to see that this was a 100-point reward. This is the Jisoo Honey Infused Hair Repair Serum. Every time the Sephora sale comes around, I think about getting this, but it's really expensive and I'm like, will it work? Excited to try it, and then if I like it, maybe then the next sale, I'll actually go ahead and buy it. We're gonna go through actually some of the bag stuff just to go in order here. So we'll put this here for a minute. Okay, I went into my local Sephora store because I wanted to get color match for the new Impeccable foundation. So this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation, and I got this in 1 CR. I just find sometimes with foundations, it's easier just to go into the store as long as it's available to purchase it so that you can get color matched and make sure it's not too warm or too cool. So I went and got that. And then while I was there, they actually were giving out little Anastasia Beverly Hills bags. So I thought this was so cute. So because I bought an Anastasia purchase, then I got the bag for free. And it's got a beauty blender in it, and it's got the Anastasia symbol on it, if you can see that. And then I've got a lip gloss. So this is Anastasia's lip gloss in Deep Mauve. So that was really fun to get a little extra something that I didn't pay for in store. Usually when you get freebies, it's because they're online. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try out this foundation. It's got a nice glass bottle. I really like the top. It's got some weight to it, but you know, it looks really nice. Just really big fan of this. And so we're gonna do that, but one of the other things that should be in here is this. This just came out from One Size, and this is their base thinner, B12 base thinner, and it's a serum mixing medium. This is supposed to help with coverage, and I've heard the Impeccable foundation is really high coverage and add a little bit of luminosity. So we're gonna add these two together and see how this goes. Oh, this looks really nice. Look how pretty that bottle is. That pink is really, really fun. This color pink, so huge everywhere right now. But we'll go ahead and we're gonna put, you know, kind of a generous dollop and a little bit on there. And then we're gonna put this directly on top of it. I've heard that this is really thick. So we're gonna go ahead and just do kind of a half pump there. And then we're just mixing this in here, and we'll just go ahead and dot that on since I have some extra. All right, let's see here. Oh, I do like this radiance. That is really nice. I like this. I had heard that the Anastasia really had kind of high coverage. I wanted to make sure that I added the mixing medium, really kind of this first time I'm putting it on, because I want to like this foundation. I like blurring. Who doesn't like a little blurring in their life? We're gonna add that in, and I wouldn't normally put this under my eyes, but we're just gonna do it anyway for kind of for testing out purposes. And I'll let you know how this wore throughout the day, and kind of some of my thoughts here. You'll see those pop up on the screen as I wear this throughout the day and see how it goes. Let's take a look here. I think that looks pretty good. You can see here that I've got just a little bit of coverage, but it did add a little bit of luminosity. I'll have to see when I use it regular if that luminosity continues. And then we'll just go ahead in with our beauty blender that I just kind of dabbed in here and just kind of get this nice and evened out here. Especially in my forehead, if I use too much foundation there, it really does have the tendency to look cakey, and the beauty blender really helps to kind of just thin that out and make everything look good. All right, so to go in order, the next thing we're gonna do is this Kosas Cloud Set Powder. Now, Kosas, I don't think this is quite out in Sephora yet, but Kosas has a whole range of pressed powders, and this one is a loose powder. And I have this one in translucent candy, but there was two other colors, more on kind of the yellow side, but I tend to do pretty well with pink powders. So let's take a look at this. Cloud Set Translucent Loose Setting and Blurring Powder. But I'll bring this in here. You can see it's a really pretty pink color that they've got. Let's try this out. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so it's got a little, okay. So it's got a little lip that flips up, and this looks like it actually plugs the holes. So that's really clever. Okay, how do I get this powder out then? This is in the holes. I guess I kind of put this in my hand and pop it out. All right, well, we'll try that. I might have to read up on how this all works. So we're gonna shake some powder into my hand here. This is how I use some of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake loose setting powders. I do kind of the same thing with that. And we'll just kind of bounce this up here. Oh my gosh, I got that all over me. And we'll just kind of move this in here. Okay. Oh, I do like that. That actually did do a lot for blurring, and I do feel like it kind of gave a cloud-like effect. My pants also have a cloud-like effect now, but I'll bring that really in close. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think that looked really good. Oh, okay. I'll have to continue to test all of these and see what my thoughts are, so I'll probably do a short with that information for you. All right, so the next thing I've got, I should probably put this on first, but I got this iconic Underglow Blurring Primer. This one just really intrigued me, and so I added it in. I kind of try a lot of primers, and I'm not really happy with a lot of them. I feel like they either don't really do anything, or, I'm just kind of blah about it. And so I heard a lot of good things about this one. So this is supposed to be blurring, weightless, elixir, perfectly made, with the skin leaving a gorgeous, subtle, soft focus, semi-satin finish infused with blue light protection. What more could I want? Blue light protection. Actually, that's kind of a neat feature. This is supposed to add a little bit of luminosity. I should have put this on before we did the foundation, but let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what we think. It comes in this little dropper bottle. Let's take a little out. Put a dollop there. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, it feels really nice. It actually does really kind of have a satin feel to it. And I do see a little bit of kind of subtle radiance there. I'll bring that in so you can kind of see compared to my other non-radiant hand. I'm excited to try that out. We'll see how that goes. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is this new product from Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty just launched some blushes. They're like bouncy blushes, but I already placed this order by the time that came out. Literally, there are just new products dropping on Sephora every week. This is Rare Beauty's Soft Pinch Liquid Contour in the shade Gentle. I have the Rare Beauty Stick Bronzer, and I really like that one. I think that one does great, but I heard amazing things about this one. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. And okay, so it basically comes like the blushes do, with like kind of this little ball on it. This was say gentle. This was the second shade in on the shade range. We'll see. I did kind of peruse this, and I really kind of went back and forth between gentle and mellow. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to use my Patrick Ta sculpting brush, and we're just going to kind of put this in just right underneath the cheekbones. It also mentions that this can be blush. I'm not really sure how that works as a contour, unless you're just not putting blush on and kind of banking on this to give you kind of some color. What do we think there? Oh, that's pretty nice. All right, let's do the other side. Get my handy dandy mirror here. All right, so just underneath the cheekbone. So you can see there kind of where I'm placing it. That was actually a lot, so I'm gonna go back over here. All right, so there we go. So let's kind of put this on. I will say now that I'm looking at this kind of up close, I didn't get a lot of redness coverage. So I still have some redness right here after I put the foundation on. So it'll be interesting to see if I don't add the mixing medium, which kind of shears it out, if that's going to cover a little bit better, because that's probably somewhere where I would normally have to put a little bit of concealer to cover that. And normally that'll cover with foundations. So just kind of something to keep in mind. Maybe those two are not good mixes for each other. Okay, so I like that contour. That actually looks really nice. I did it a little more than I normally would. And we'll just put a little up here. So you can see how kind of dark that is when it first goes on, but it does blend out really well. I'm pretty happy with this. I know there's a new one that just dropped from e.l.f. and I'm going to pick that one up, and maybe we can do kind of a side-by-side comparison with high-end and also drugstore and see which one we like better. All right, that was great. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so the next ones are blushes and a setting spray. Patrick Ta came out with his blushes. So I got two of them. I got She Left Me on Red, which was hard to get. This was sold out for a long time. It came back in stock. I immediately bought it and placed the rest of the order. And then I also got She Goes to the Gym. So we're going to try these two out, but I also got a third blush. Blushes are just exploding. You know, we had so many blushes that came out last year, and we are not slowing down for 2025. Natasha Denona came out with their high blush, and this one is in Fresh Mauve. How to put on 3 blushes on 2 cheeks. All right, we're going to get creative here. All right, so the one that I think is lighting up on fire is this She Left Me on Red. So we're going to do this on one side. And I just, oh gosh, I always love when I take these out. They're just so pretty with this gold. All right, so this is the shade here. Let me flip this up so there's less reflection on it. Okay, so this is the shade. So the Patrick Ta method is that you're supposed to use the powder and then go on top of it with the blush. I have several of these, and I still like doing it with the cream and then the blush on top of it. So we'll probably do that. Maybe we'll do one on one and one on the other. All right, so the other one is She Goes to the Gym. I mean, that's my resolution for 2025, so why not get a blush that says so? All right, so let's take a look at this one here. This is a little bit more of a neutral shade. We'll probably do the same thing. Maybe we'll do one cream, then the powder, and one powder, and then the cream. But yeah, that's really wearable. We're gonna see about that red one. And then the High Glam by Natasha Denona. This one, I've heard good things. So this is a blush and a highlighter duo. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so, and I'll swatch all of these as well. So this would be your highlighter and this would be your blush. Let's go ahead and just start with this one, and we'll do this on one cheek. All right, so let's see. What do I want to use? So this is a cream formulation. Let me swatch this so you can kind of see it here. And then we've got the highlighter. So you can see there, the highlighter is pretty light. Probably gonna have to kind of pack that on a little bit to see that. So let's start with the blush. Never know how much blush to put on. Oh, okay, so that's really light. So definitely more than that. I know with the Patrick Ta blushes, less is definitely more. But this one, you know, I think I've got pretty good pigment. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so that looks really pretty. For the highlighter, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this with my finger. and place this just right kind of on the tops of the cheekbone. And then I kind of like to just bring it a little bit down to the cheek itself, but only after I've kind of sheared it out a little bit. So what do we think about that? So I think that looks really good. I'm pretty happy with this choice. I heard a lot of people and they were complaining about the shade range and that a lot of the shades were similar and that you only needed to get one. So I got one. All right, let's get to this red color. Oh my goodness, this is scary. This one, I'm going to do the powder and then the cream because I think this is going to be really pigmented. So let's try this out. I'm going to do this on the other cheek. Oh my gosh, I probably already got too much. So I use this brush. This is also by One Size. This is a great brush for putting on things on really sheer. So let's just do that here. Okay, wow, okay, that definitely already had some pigment. I'm actually going to use my foundation brush and just kind of tone that down just a tad. So I'll bring that in. It is pretty though. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the cream. And let me swatch both of these so you can see these two next to the Natasha Denona ones. There you go. So that's the Natasha Denona and this is the She Left Me on Red. All right, this is scary because I feel like it's already very pigmented. We're going to take a tiny, tiny amount and we're just going to place this on top and go around all the way up, and we'll probably go up and over the nose as well. I mean, it's really pretty. I really like it. This is great date night blush. Red blush is just all the rage right now. So definitely check this one out. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I don't really know where to put the other one. So maybe we'll just kind of like do a little bit on the side here, front part. This time we're going to do the cream and then the blush. So I'll just do it in kind of this main cheek area so you can see that. Okay, that added a pop of color. Woo! All right, and then the powder to set that. Okay, definitely a lot. Needed to use a lighter hand on this side. I'm gonna shear this out again with my foundation brush and then come in. So what do we think? I don't know. I'm pretty excited by these. You know, winter is such a dead season and so nice to have some lively blushes around. Okay, so let me swatch this so you can see these together. The top is Natasha Denona, and then it's She Left Me on Red, and then it's She Goes to the Gym. All pretty colors. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into our little sample bag here. There's a lip gloss in here. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss, and this is in deep mauve. Let's go ahead and check this out. We'll color swatch this as well. Oh, okay. I was expecting something a little darker. Let's take a look here. So nice neutral color. I think this is going to be really pretty. Oh, I like that. That's actually very nice. I always do that to make sure I don't get any lipstick on my teeth, but that's really pretty color. So I'll bring that in so you can kind of see it. It's sort of a pinky nude color. Looks really nice on the lips though, gave a nice high shine. Okay, and then we're just gonna put one more layer of our Kosas Cloud Set powder. Really gonna have to look this up and figure out how I'm supposed to dispense this. Do it this time over here so I don't get it all over my clothes. Okay, and we'll just kind of set this and then we'll put the setting spray on. So I'm going to come in before the setting spray so you can just kind of see how everything looks on here. And then last item in the box. This is also a new release by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Impeccable Blurring Matte Setting Serum. I tried this on in the store when I went to get the foundation and it was amazing. I don't know why it was so great, but I was at work later and I just couldn't stop looking at my foundation. It just looks so amazing. I didn't have that foundation on. So this one goes with it. I immediately ordered it, but then I was like, you know, I have like so many setting sprays. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the mini size. So that's what I got here. Oh, that's such a cute bottle. You know, they've kind of redone their branding for Anastasia Beverly Hills, and so now it's kind of like a butterfly. All right, let's try this out. And we're gonna kind of do some sprays here. And I didn't bring my fan, so oh goodness. So this definitely has fragrance. I did see that on the website. So you would never want to put this on your skin if there wasn't something else on there, so that you don't get that alcohol and fragrance directly onto your skin, which can be really irritating. Okay, so what do we think? Let me take a look in this mirror. Oh, looks really pretty. I'm really excited by all these products. Let's go through kind of my thoughts on some of the items. The foundation, I think it probably is going to wind up being better on its own than it was with the mixing medium, because I didn't get as much coverage as I was expecting, but I did feel like it was blurring, and I do feel like it was really pretty on the skin, and this was definitely the right color for me. Now, the one size product, I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more and see if maybe it's a luminizer that I can just put on by itself, or if I can use it as a highlighter. And also some of my other foundations that are a little bit heavier, maybe I can try this out, and maybe I just use a little bit less. That could be the secret to that. Really big fan of this contour. I think that just looks great. I'm very impressed with this one. I'm going to continue to check this out, and then I do want to try out the e.l.f. one and see how those two compare. The iconic Underglow blurring primer. So I didn't get a chance to really put this on, so we'll have to kind of test this out and see how this continues to go. I really like this Cloud Set powder. I think this really looked really pretty. I think it blurred. I think it really kind of set things. It looked really matte. So pretty big fan of that. And then we'll continue to see how this kind of melds with my skin, this setting spray. But I know I tried it out in the store and it was really good. I'm hoping as it kind of sets and melds together that will be the same thing. The blushes for Patrick Ta, I'm pretty big fan of this red one. This pink one I think is hard to really appreciate because I put 2 layers on there. But I really like She's on Red. If you're gonna get one of them right now, that'd be my leading contender. And then the Natasha Denona High Glam blush. This was a little less pigmented than I thought, which is fine. I think that's great. I'm going to continue to check this one out too, but this was really pretty, and I like that it comes with a highlight. I'm not really a big highlight fan, but when it's there, then I tend to use them a little bit more. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found something that you want to check out as well, and we'll see what all the new releases next week look like. I know that Lawless is coming out with a new foundation, and I'm pretty excited to see that. It's their Forget the Filler foundation, so we'll definitely be checking that out when that drops. I think that was late February. And I'm sure another blush will drop, or 2, or 3. And I will put all of these products in the description box down below so you can check them out, and they'll have links. Most of these products are available only at Sephora. The Natasha blush I also did see at Ulta, so you can check that out there as well. And I hope everyone has a great day and happy shopping.